What's it like to be a global sensation in music and film? Well, that's not a problem that most of us have, but for Jennifer Lopez, that is a very real thing. And in the Netflix show Halftime, we see that explored from her early days all the way through to right now. So let's take a journey into the life of Jennifer Lopez.
I lived in the public eye. And I really believe a lot of what they said.
Diva.
Serial bride.
How do you feel about your butt?
You did not just ask me that.
I did.
If I was in front of Jennifer Lopez and she said, "You can't sing," I'd go, "Neither can you."
I said to her once, "Doesn't this bother you?" And she said, "I expected this."
Do you think you'll be nominated for an Oscar?
I mean, I hope so.
Hustler's first reviews. Jennifer Lopez is Oscar worthy.
Hello and welcome to Screen OD. It's great to have you on board. I hope you're having a great day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist who has been writing and talking about TV, movies and entertainment for nearly 15 years. If you're returning to the channel, hello, it's great to have you back, and tell all the newbies that they should subscribe to Screen OD for all the best content direct to their feeds. Now, if you do choose to subscribe today, then please do write in the comments, "I subscribed," and then I can say hi and we can talk about what your favourite types of TV and movies are, and maybe we can use some of that to inspire new videos in the future. Anyway, you're not here for a sales pitch, you're here to find out about the new Netflix show Halftime, which tells the story of Jennifer Lopez. Okay, so what is this all about? Well, Halftime is about the run-up to the halftime show, hence the title, at Super Bowl 54, which Super Bowl and music fans will know was an event that was headlined by Jennifer Lopez along with Shakira. This film is primarily based in the time in the run-up to that, the months that are running up to that show that took place in February 2020, which of course was one of the biggest major events that happened just before the global pandemic took hold and had everyone in lockdown for several years on and off after that. This is a film that is based in that time period, but also looks back at the life of Jennifer Lopez, as well as being cut together with different parts of her career. Now, it's worth noting that this is a documentary that has been made with the executive production of Jennifer Lopez and her team behind it. So it's not necessarily the warts and all documentary that you might expect if it were to be made by a completely independent filmmaker with complete editorial control. That said, when you watch it, I don't think you get the feeling that too much has been left out. This is a story that's told in quite an interesting way because it's a mixture of contemporary interviews with Jennifer Lopez during the time in the run-up to the Super Bowl. It's got obviously file footage of things that have happened throughout her career, and also looks back quite a lot at her childhood and her growing up and significant people in her life. This gives it a kind of real depth and flavour and a real kind of insight into a really interesting life and career. The film begins as we see Jennifer Lopez turning 50, and this is obviously a big moment in anyone's life. It's a time of reflection, it's a time to take stock and think about the things that we've done, but also the things that we want to do. And what's very interesting is the way that there are so many challenges that Jennifer Lopez has had to go through to get where she is. But what's even more interesting are the challenges that she still feels that she has in her life as a Latino performer. And that's something that comes out when we start to see the invitation to be involved with Super Bowl 54. Her manager goes on record when it comes out that she will be sharing the headline spot with Shakira to say that he thinks that if it hadn't been a Latina performer, there would only be one of them. But there are two Latina performers required to do the job that's normally done by one person. This is pretty scathing. And this is something that comes through all the way through this documentary. It's just how much Jennifer Lopez has had to struggle from those early days and still continues to struggle in some ways in the world today. And it's set against the backdrop of the last days of the Trump era when race and immigration are very high on the agenda. So that is something that also is a thread that goes through the film. She says that she's not a political person, but she does believe that it's time to decide what she stands for and to not leave the politics to everyone else. And I think that comes through in her preparation for Super Bowl 54, her work with Shakira, and the kind of statements that she makes about being involved with this event. And what is fascinating is watching this kind of part of her life start to unfold. What looks like a real kind of change. There's huge amounts going on. She's working in music still. She's working on films and big films like Hustlers at the time. And you get to see inside the life of someone who's a hugely successful actress, hugely successful singer, but also someone who is getting older and growing up with a family and wants to say things and do things that they think need to be said and need to be done at a time when the world around them is changing. Now, it's quite common when it comes to a show or a film about someone who's involved in the music industry to ask yourself, well, do I need to know their music to enjoy and understand this piece of work? And additionally, you may be saying, well, I don't even know that many Jennifer Lopez movies. So again, do I need to be embedded in the world of Jennifer Lopez before I can enjoy this? Well, firstly, I'll say, if you don't know many of her movies, go and watch the video up there, the best Jennifer Lopez movies. It's excellent and will educate you on all of that side of stuff. On the music front, no, you don't need to know her music at all. Obviously, there is some of her music in this show, including the excellent I'm Still Jenny from the Block, which is part of a medley at the Super Bowl 54 performance, which again, I'm sure you can go and watch all of somewhere else on the YouTube. But yes, it's a program that has someone who is a musician in it, but it's not a show that's about music. This is a documentary about a person. It's about a person's journey from being a child through growing up, being in a family. It's about a person struggling to achieve their dreams. And even when they think they've achieved their dreams, the struggles that continue to happen. This isn't about music. It's not about acting. It's about people. And that's why it draws you in. And it's a documentary that you will find very hard to stop watching. So if you are looking for a fascinating, insightful and very entertaining documentary about someone who's had and continues to have a very interesting life, then I suggest you go and try Halftime right now on Netflix.
We are on the edge of being able to get this on the field.
I can't do it if you guys keep just pressing us. I'm trying to give you something with substance. Not just us out there shaking our fucking asses. I want something real.
Right, so that's it. That's your review of Halftime. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, why not hit that like button so that other people get to see this content across YouTube? And of course, if you haven't already and you've got this far into the video, it would be rude now not to subscribe to Screen OD for all the best entertainment, film and TV content direct to your feed. That leaves me with nothing else to say except I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you again very soon.